Hello guys and welcome to Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analyzing the NASDAQ100 futures chart. But just before we start today's video, if you haven't already done so this weekend, then now is your chance. Head over to dailymarketmovementstrading.com. I've left the website link in the description of this video and go and create an account for our brand new trading platform, which has now just been listed on the App Store. So you can now get access to your trading platform on, desktops, laptops, iPhones, iPads, you name it. The only one that we haven't got yet is Google Play. So for all Android devices, that's coming within the next couple of weeks. But head over to Daily Market Movements. Go and click here at the top. You can create a demo account to go and trial us out, or you can open up a real account, deposit live money on there, and get trading later on this evening. But let's head over to the NASDAQ 100. Let's just do a bit of analysis here. So NASDAQ 100 currently trading at 13,770. We were initially up 1% just prior to the European market opening earlier on this morning, and then pretty much an hour after the European markets opened, the NASDAQ 100 turned back into negative territory, and we're now forming this very ugly looking candlestick, which is otherwise known as a shooting star. So we're at the lows of the session today. Of course, please do not forget the US stock market has been closed today, so that has resulted in low liquidity in the markets. And what you do tend to see when there's low liquidity in the markets is just a slow grind lower. That's kind of what we've seen over the past couple of hours. If I go onto the 1 hour chart, that's pretty much what we've done, guys. We just had that slow, boring grind towards the downside. So, of course, the proof in the pudding will be tomorrow when US markets do reopen. But right now we are at a very key point for the NASDAQ 100. Why? Well, look where we're currently trading. We're trading at those January 24th lows that we created in that amazing looking candlestick here for the NASDAQ 100, which was that huge hammer candlestick. And the big question is this the double bottom that we've been waiting for? At this moment in time, we are forming a very attractive looking pattern here in the NASDAQ 100, which is known as the W pattern. And the W pattern stands for the bottom of a correction. So the big question is, do we bounce here? If we don't, then we could be looking at something a little bit different, otherwise known as an ABC correction. Now, there's your A leg. We went up for the B leg, and we're currently on that C leg. But for those who are not aware, when there is an ABC correction taking place, the C leg has to always go lower than the A leg, and it could just be this lower. But on the flip side, it could be, a move down towards 13,000. It could even be lower. It could even be down to 12,500. But one rule is that C leg has to be lower than the A leg. So it may be that we just go maybe 100 or 200 points lower than that January 24th low. Or it might be that we just form a double bottom here, and then we end up forming a very nice looking, W pattern where we've had that first leg, then we had that nice bounce when we hit earnings season, and then over the past couple of weeks when we've seen Russia tensions, accelerate here, or intensify, I should say. But we could potentially see that move back up towards the all-time highs over the next 3 to 4 months here for the NASDAQ 100. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, your guess is as good as mine. But those are the, those are the potential scenarios that could potentially play out here for the NASDAQ 100. I think we're even looking at a W bottom here, which will signal the end of this correction phase here for the NASDAQ 100, where we are currently at this moment in time off the all-time highs. We are currently down 17, pretty much 18%. Bang on 18%. So we are well in correction territory here for the NASDAQ 100. And in fact, we're 2% away from entering into a bear market. And the big question is, do I personally believe that we should be entering into a bear market? Well, if Russia do not go and invade Ukraine and it doesn't really trigger World War III, then no, the answer is no. But if Russia does invade Ukraine, there's sanctions flying around everywhere, and we could potentially be on the cusp of World War III, then you could argue that we could potentially be entering into a bear market. So at this moment in time, there's one phrase that I always use in trading, and that's sometimes the best trade is no trade at all, or otherwise known as sometimes trading is not trading. And that is the perfect the perfect phrase for this moment in time. I personally think that you should not be investing at this moment in time here for the NASDAQ 100. Now, I did buy back on January 24th. I still do have those trades open, but of course, I opened them prior to these tensions occurring with between Russia and Ukraine. But now that we know what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, if you do not hold any positions open at this moment in time, the simple answer from my point of view is just wait. Wait a day, wait maybe 2 days, maybe even wait a week. Wait for the dust to settle. Let's see what happens with regards to Ukraine and Russia. Worst case, well, this is the worst case for yourself, but best case for the world and the global economy is that Russia pull back their troops. The NASDAQ 100 pops, let's say 2 to 3%. You missed the initial 2 to 3% pop. But if you buy up at those highs, which will be around that 14,500 area, you've still got a very, very long way to go until we achieve those all-time highs. So it's very, very difficult to cherry pick the bottom in any correction or in any market. It's very hard skill to do. Let alone again and again. So you may potentially not pick the bottom here, but that's absolutely fine. So my advice to all traders out there who currently do not have a position open in the NASDAQ 100 or the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones 30 is just to wait a few days to see what happens. Do we get that W looking candlestick, or do we form an ABC correction where you could potentially buy at a lower price, which of course creates more value? Of course, the RSI as well is still down at 33, so we could potentially still fall lower until we are considered to be oversold on the RSI. So that is how I'm playing with NASDAQ 100. The big question is it a W pattern? Is it a ABC correction? Time will tell. Your guess is as good as mine. But at this moment in time, my advice for you always just to wait until the dust has settled to make any investment moves. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. But just before I let you leave, I just want to quickly show you our brand new streaming service. We've recently launched this website that you can see in front of you. This is where we provide in-depth analysis videos as well as trading signals via our Telegram group chat. Once subscribed, you'll then have access to all of our in-depth analysis videos as well as access to our private Telegram group chat. We cover various markets such as commodities, US stocks, indices, and cryptocurrencies. We also have a video category where we provide educational content so that you can improve your trading skills. If this sounds appealing to you, then you can find our website link in the description of this YouTube video at dailymarketmovements.com. If not, then I would just like to take this time to say thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Please give my channel a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.